Hey everyone, Greta here. Today we are going to talk about from sitting, how do we stand up without using any hands. Now this is a request from someone which is actually quite interesting, so I thought I would just break it down. So if you are not sure what I'm talking about, here it is. So from sitting, no hands, feet down, stand up. This movement requires quite a bit of elements in the body. So first of all, it requires our hip flexors to be working with us and not against us. So the thighs and your belly could be close together. Knees, also the mobility are okay there. So the calf and the thigh could be really close together. Another element is the ankle. So we're actually flexing the ankle a lot. So the mobility in this joint also needs to be adequate, and also a bit of lower ab power. Before we actually do the movement, let us give our body a few tests just to see if our bodies are actually ready for it. First, you would come into a child pose. So for child pose, you want to have everything close together. Now, I don't normally teach this way, but since this is a movement that do require a certain type of body, so that is why I'm being a little bit more rigid in terms of the requirement in the body. So for this one, in child pose, you will want to have the calf and the thigh touching, your knees are together, and you'll be able to come forward with the belly and the thigh touching. Arms could be anywhere. If you are here, you cannot go all the way down, then chances are when you're actually doing this movement, you would have more difficulty doing it. Okay, so it would be great to have everything close together. If you feel a lot of restrictions in the hip flexors, then see if you can stay for a little while longer and just let gravity help you to relax the hip flexors so you can come close. And make sure that when you are doing this, the knees don't complain, that they are okay. Another element is the ankle. So you need to be able to come into a squat, like so. If your heels are not yet touching the floor, then maybe roll up a towel and have it underneath it and gradually let the heels to sink down. Make sure that the prop is something that is soft, so that with time and the weight of the body, the heels could come closer to the floor. If you put something that's very solid and steady, like a block or a book, then it's not going to help. Okay. Again, making sure that when you're here, ankles are fine, knees are fine, hip flexors are also not complaining. Another element is the abs. So the power, the abs need to be engaged so that when you're doing the actual movement, the power in the abs will help the hips from falling, from dragging you back. So it will be always nice to do a few like boat pose. You actually want to come into this tight little package, tight little bundle, instead of having the heels away from the body. So as close to the movement that we are doing as possible. You want to find the balance is anywhere between the sit bones and the tailbone. So just kind of have a feel. You do want to be able to sit tall, okay? And it's always nice to flex the ankles and also flex the toes and not point them, and that will also help to really feel the muscles in the shins and the calves working for you. So once you have passed all those stages, then we are ready to do the movement. We can always break this movement down into two parts. So the first part is you want to start from a squat, and you want to be able to have the feet pressed down, like the heels heavy pressed down, to stand up like that. So do a few of these, no hands, okay, belly hugging in. So after a while, you might feel the thighs actually burning. Yeah, making sure that when you're standing up, you're not just using the upper body or using the momentum to come up, rather you're pressing the heels down, okay, press, 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 feel the thighs working, and then you stand up. Another movement that we can do is row. So what you want to do is leave some space behind you, hug into a little ball, roll back and up, back and up. And when you come up, you actually want to pause here. Okay, you need to have a really firm control and just stop. Now we're ready to put everything together. In the beginning, we will be using some momentum just for everything, the body and the mind, to get used to the movement. Make sure you got space behind you. Okay, sit closer to the front of your mat and come into a tight little ball. You want to feel the toes are flexed. Okay, again, charge up the muscles in your belly, the thighs. Make sure the hip flexors are all working nicely. Roll the shoulders. Okay, now from there, you are gonna roll back and up. Okay, do a few of these and make sure that you can feel the feet grounding. Okay, maybe come up a little bit and then eventually come all the way up, heels press and stand. Okay, again, do a few of these, roll forward and back. As soon as you feel the heels touching the mat, drive them down a little bit, come up. Okay, and then maybe eventually heels press down, stand up. Okay, as soon as the heels are touching the floor, you need to start engaging the belly, and you want to feel the spine getting longer to press up. Do not keep the spine round. Okay, if you keep the spine round, you need a lot more power in the abs falling into the legs in order to press up. Okay, you need to find that moment where you feel the heels press, then spine straight. Keep doing this until the body is very used to the movement, and then you can cut down on that roll back. Maybe not roll back as much, okay? And then when everything feels good, you're ready for the final stage. So you're here, okay? Belly hug in, feet press down. Make sure the heels, you can feel that drive pressing into the floor. Belly hug in, and as you inhale, come up. So again, this little movement here, that's the most challenging part. So heels press, crown of the head aiming to the sky. Crown of the head aiming to the sky. Come a little bit higher. Crown of the head aiming to the sky. And then heels press, belly hug in, lean and lift. So that's it. This movement, it looks quite simple, but then once you start breaking it down, it does have quite a bit of elements to pay attention to. All right, so take it easy, have fun, and let me know how it goes. And I'll see you again soon. Take it easy.